April 22nd, Dublin, Ireland. I didn't get all the time I wanted for warm-up, but still felt pretty good going out there. Very friendly crowd. Some people were spitting, but it didn't get to me. I'll play better tomorrow. We didn't go on till midnight. I was jet-lagging in the hotel room a few hours before the show. The pain of playing is a lot to get prepared for. I'm not as strong as the pain yet. I need a few more days. It's good to be back on the proving ground. April 23rd, Dublin, Ireland. Another night in the same venue. Played harder tonight. Will continue to do so. I spent the entire day in the hotel, jet lag keeping me confused and depressed. April 24th, Belfast, Ireland. I slept strangely most of the day as the bus moved to Belfast. Missed the border crossing. Dreams of killing someone and running away from the police haunted me. I woke up and went into the front part of the bus to put my shoes on. People waiting outside the bus watched me. It's a drag to be on display all the time. I did an interview with a guy from NME. A little while later we played on a small stage. Normal up-close stuff. They pull on my arm while I'm trying to play and they say stupid things all night, but they were cool. They were having fun. It occurred to me while we were playing that none of these people and none of these experiences were going to drive me off the edge. They can yell and poke and do all the things they want and say anything they want about me in the press, and I'm not going to kill myself or lose it in any way over these people. It felt good to know that. I signed a few autographs before I got on the bus, and then I went into my bunk and I read from Nelson Algren's book A Walk on the Wild Side. Pages about people roaming America unwanted wherever they went and feeling overwhelming loneliness. I feel safe in my howling loneliness. I feel good in my blasted isolation. I'll survive them all. April 25th, Manchester, England. Jet lag and gray skies. Rain and people hanging out, staring. I used the university gym today and it was great. Tried to get a nap in, but I had to do an interview. So much for sleep. I played as hard as I could, but on-stage sound was hard to deal with and I couldn't hear anything. On this tour, we're doing nothing but new material. People really seem to like it. It feels good that people are getting off on the new stuff we're doing. I'm trying to be nice to the people that come up to me for autographs. I'm getting a little better at it. Depression is ever present when I'm here. I can't wait to get out of this country. But the people here are great, and it makes it worthwhile. April 27th, Newcastle, England. A couple of people got wasted in Belfast right after we were there. Kurt Cobain's death looms large in England. His face is on the cover of several magazines. Black voters getting terrorized as they wait to vote in South Africa. Depression lifted for a few moments yesterday. It was a day off in Manchester. My writing is nothing but a document. I have nothing to write about except this endless black cloud that hangs over me. Got in a good workout today. The place was full of strong, hard bastards. Had a great time playing tonight. People were great. Stage was small, my feet kept slipping, but what the hell. On the way back to the hotel, I watched the boarded-up buildings pass by. England is really depressing. April 28th, Leeds, England. Hot on stage, no air at all. All I could hear was feedback the whole time. This country is getting to me. I hate it here. People are great, but the rest does me in. Can't wait to leave. April 29th, Norwich, England. We played, they watched, and that was about it. Got in a good workout, spent most of the day burning out in the bus waiting to play. England holds me down and suffocates me. April 30th, Bristol, England. Good gig. Sound on stage was good for a change. I played hard. Some fat, ugly woman tossed her drink at me, and I hit her with some good lines that she took very well. Here's one of them. As gross and as bovine as you are, I'm sure there's some guy desperate enough to sleep with you. After the show, I listened to this drunk idiot talk to me for a while until he finally went away. People make me hate more and more. You try to be cool to them, and all they do is take more. People getting in my face outside the bus with a million drunk questions. Finally, one of them asked why I was being so nice. That woke me up. I walked through them onto the bus and shut the door. The hell with them. If you let them get close, they ruin it all. They have the capacity to cheapen any experience there is. I must avoid people more than ever now. They depress me. May 2nd, London. Played right through 'em. Didn't give 'em an inch. Never do in this town. We opened with Volume 4. It was great. I had a blast playing. I gave it all I had. I saw the singer from the Happy Mondays. He looked like warmed over death. They should make a poster with his face on it and say something about how bad drugs are. He's barely the living proof. Met TV Smith from the adverts. Gay advert was there as well. It was great to meet him. One of the best lyricists of all time. Really cool guy as well. May 3rd, Portsmouth, England. Got here several hours ago before anything was set up. Nothing to do. All I can do is endure England and do the best I can. The kids at the show make up for the depression that this place fills me with. They're great and it makes the whole thing worthwhile. We played well tonight. Now I'm on the bus having signed a bunch of stuff for these kids who are waiting in the high wind. I don't see why they will wait for someone to show up. I don't like to sign stuff, but if it gets them home and gets them out of the cold, I don't mind making someone happy. Sometimes it's the only good thing I do all day. My body aches from head to toe. I'm underweight, and I gotta get out of this country. May 4th, Leicester, England. Last show for now. No barriers tonight. The audience was right up close. Body ached all through the set. Looking forward to getting out of here. I'm exhausted. May 11th, New York. I love playing in this town. The last few nights have been great. Our opening band has been a band from Ireland called Therapy. Fantastic band, great people. I wish they could tour with us the whole year. They never complain, they play great every night, and it's good to be around people who really want to play. Tonight we had a saxophone player named Charles Gale jam out on stage with us. The crowd's reaction was very mixed. After he played, we brought up Vernon Reid, and we all played together. Vernon, Charles, and the rest of us on stage making a howling noise. We had a good time. I don't know what the rest of the people thought about it. Charles left the stage, and Vernon stayed with us and played on Shine. Vernon's playing was so good, Chris and I stopped playing just to watch him play. He's amazing. I wish we could play in New York for the rest of this week. May 14th, Washington, D.C. We're staying in the Watergate Hotel. From the front of the hotel, I can look across the street and look at the Howard Johnsons where G. Gordon Liddy and the rest of the Watergate crew spied on the Democrats and planned their break-in back in the 70s. This afternoon, we played at Rfk Stadium, a place I used to see the Washington Redskins play when I was a child. It was incredible to be playing in front of 60,000 people who were into it. People were waving all the way from the sucker seats way in back. It was a good set. I wish we could have played longer. Right after we went on, Counting Crows had to go out there. I felt sorry for him. Anyway, it was a good time out there. Now I'm stuck in the hotel room, working on the Endless Black Flag book. 4 years and it's still not finished. I like this book, but I can't wait to be done with this project so I can free my mind for other things. May 16th, Toronto, Canada. No air and hot as hell on stage. Sometimes all of this gets the better of me. Tonight I could feel my strength sapping after every song. It was one of those nights where you fight to get all the way through it. I did the best I could. After the show, I sat sweating for a full 20 minutes. I can't wait to get to sleep. May 17th, Buffalo, New York. Hot. The crowd was great. The security guys were really cool and they handled the crowd without hurting anybody. This seems to be a trend at shows around here. You can tell that the security guys used to be kids in the crowd and they know what the deal is and they know how to take care of them without hurting anyone. Left knee in a lot of pain. Makes gross popping sounds whenever I work out. I'm feeling pretty good. The crew is good and the band members seem happy. When they're happy, I'm happy. May 18th, Cleveland, Ohio. All I can deal with is getting in a workout and doing a good gig. The rest I don't remember. The rest I don't want to know. I don't want to see anyone or talk to anyone. I played hard tonight and the crowd was great. A lot of people waiting by the bus. They were very friendly. I tried to be as cool as I could. Therapy is off the tour now and going back to Europe. Too bad. What a great band. I'll miss them. Now I'm in a hotel room, alone. I'm burnt out and have nothing on my mind. May 19th, Columbus, Ohio. Fact. Boring women are depressing. They talked and talked and talked and finally got into the gig for free. I played hard. People were cool. Someone threw a rock through the windshield of our tour bus. Our bus driver ran after him, caught him, and he's nailed. We're waiting for the driver to get back from the police station so we can drive to Chicago. Kids all over the place when I came out. They don't care about anything except getting their whatever signed. I don't hate them, though. They're always really friendly. Another night, I'm burnt, and I don't give a damn about my thoughts. May 20th, Chicago, Illinois. Hellish neighborhood. Had to do interviews and photo sessions all day. I wanted to throw up. I don't like photo sessions anymore. I never liked them much anyway, but now they make me nervous and impatient. The gig was good and we gave it all we had. I don't know what else to say. I escaped through the front of the club and into a cab while all these people waited for me near the bus. Ha! Fooled you. May 22nd. I have to get in an airplane and go from Los Angeles to Auckland, New Zealand. Should take about 12 or 13 hours. And then I get a day off, and then we start playing. The last time I was in Auckland, it was nothing but a bunch of drunks showing up for 2 days to hurl abuse at us. I hope this time is better. Well, that's it for America for a while. Now we go to Australia and New Zealand for about 2.5 weeks of shows. This will be my 6th time to Australia. I like it there. I hope people are as cool as they were the last time we played there. I'm looking forward to this. May 25th, Auckland, New Zealand. A faceless crowd. I don't remember a thing. 1 minute we're out there playing, and the next minute I'm in a van going back to the hotel. Sometimes audiences are uninvolving. You play, and you miss them and they miss you. My ears are ringing. We leave for Melbourne in a few hours. I get to do a day of press instead of having a day off. I'm feeling depressed and lonely. I hide it well, though. I think it's the only way to deal with it. The moon is full and I can't wait to feel better. I don't know what to do. May 26th, Melbourne, Australia. 9:30 in the morning, start in on the skin-peeling press. Thinking of the gig while I'm talking to all these people with their cameras and their Walkmans. I still have to do this show after all this is over. It makes me feel like throwing up. They don't have to do it, so they don't know. They scraped 6 hours of press off my back today. Went to sound check, eyes burning, feeling nauseous, lonely. Still gotta play. 3,500 people showed up. The stage was nothing but feedback. I don't know how it was. I was too busy trying to find a place on the stage that wasn't howling. Great crowd, though. Now I'm back in the moist insecticide hotel room. Knee and throat burning. I don't know how I do this. I feel good when I'm alone. I'm the only person I feel comfortable around anymore. May 27th, Hobart, Australia. Drunks. Young and drunk. I wonder if we could have played the same song all night and gotten the same response. I felt nothing for them. I had a pretty good time on my own, though. Bad monitor system had me fighting all night just to hear myself think. Depression rut. Another night on the road. No other place to be. If I was home right now, I'd just be counting the days before I'd be back here. Better to be here and get the anticipation over with. I know. Another shitty entry. Sometimes that's all there is in my life. I should find a way to have more fun. May 29th, Adelaide, Australia. Flew on 2 airplanes to get here. There were guys with posters for us to sign waiting at the airport when we arrived. I think that's out of line to be bothered as soon as you get out of an airplane and you're trying to haul all the gear to the van. Played hard to get through last night's gig, fully buried. The crowd was great. After the show, I waited for people to leave, so I could leave. Some women grabbed me on my way to the van. People in my face pulling on my shirt. I kept moving. Now I'm in the room alone, where I always end up. Healing alone is best. No matter what I feel at the time, loneliness, isolation, it doesn't matter. Some people are built to be alone. For some people, it's the only thing that works. May 30th, Perth, Australia. The last time we played here was a drag. Security guards were beating up kids in the crowd. A security guy tried to beat up our promoter. A security guy threatened to beat me up while we were playing on stage. but this time was great. We played this big hall that wasn't really built for music, but we pulled it off anyway. After the show, there was the drunk guy from New Zealand, drunk and grinning and in my face, broken off teeth and lots of tattoos, happy as hell. His name was Carl, and it was hard to deal with him because he was so drunk. I just signed his piece of paper as fast as I could. He staggered away. Later, we were driving to the hotel, and there was Carl walking along a bridge we were crossing with his thumb out looking dumb and drunk. He must be a tough guy. June 1st, Gold Coast, Australia. We played here before. Got in a good workout earlier today, and we played well tonight. The crowd was great. They were totally into it, and we had a great time. I looked at the girls who were laughing at me. It doesn't matter. I'm most of the way dead anyway. In a way, it's a relief. June 2nd, Brisbane, Australia. They yell idiotic things and throw themselves around. Hot on stage. Played hard after a hard leg workout. I felt it. You really have to get it for yourself. After the set was over, I was out looking around on the stage and had to listen to this hippie tell me about how he was going to move to LA and re-socialize the youth. And then he hit me up for some money. I have bad luck with people. I always seem to meet the wrong ones, the ones who waste my time. Me and them, not meant to be. I don't fit in. June 3rd, Sydney, Australia. 5,200 people showed up for this one. During the first song, the barricade broke and the security guys were pinned to the stage by the barricade. We played hard. Both knees hurt the whole time, but I kept on. I had to watch my voice not to blow it out. After the set was over, I started doubling over from something I ate earlier. Sat alone in the dressing room and dripped. Now I'm at the hotel waiting for sleep to come. It's a good thing that I know how to be alone. If I didn't, what I do would crush me. As it is now, I can take the beatings pretty good. June 4th, Canberra, Australia. Young, weekend drunks. Bad PA. Torn up throat. I played as well as I could, but it wasn't one to remember. I don't like them because they don't respect me. They throw things at the stage and they don't care about who they hit. It's the oldest story and it no longer bothers me. I kind of like them in a way. It's the only thing about them you can always count on, their weakness. No one can help me. Nothing can stop me. It all causes pain. Death is my guide. June 6th. 7:17 a.m. West Coast time, en route to USA. I'm in an airplane, about 10.5 hours into the flight. Feeling pretty good. I feel good because it's almost over and it wasn't too bad. Not looking forward to all the work I have to do today and the way I'm going to feel about 12 hours from now and the fact that I have to leave the next day for 5 shows. I'll get some good work done and try and get in a good workout and I'll try to be happy. My one day off before I start 5 shows happens to be Monday. I'll get back to my office right in time for all the guys to come in and a normal pedal-to-the-metal work day to start. I will try and do 12 to 14 hours of work on 12 hours of sleep for 4 hours, and then get on a plane to Las Vegas, Nevada, and play. I've got to deal with all the phone calls and all the faxes that came in while I've been in Australia, say yes or no to about 2 or 3 different galleys, and work on the endlessly unfinished Black Flag book. I look forward to this about as much as I look forward to drinking a quart of paint. June 7th, Las Vegas, Nevada. This town is disgusting. Nothing but a bunch of fat losers. Japanese tourists and other people going to lose their money in these places that just laugh and rip you off. An entire state dedicated to stealing from your pockets. Anyone who gambles is an idiot. I watch, I laugh. I got out of the cab and looked at the venue. They were still building the front of it. I walked in and looked at the PA system. Our practice rig is bigger than this. It's going to be a disastrous show. We played. We heard nothing. People watched. I have no idea what they thought of the show. I got in, I got out as soon as possible. I hate this town. I've always hated this town. I played here once before, 10 years ago. and watched the audience throw beer bottles at the meat puppet's head. Never coming back here again. June 12th, San Diego, California. For the last 3 days, we've been playing radio festivals down the Californian coast. We've been playing with Beck, The Pretenders, James, Green Day, Toad, The Wet Sprocket, The Violent Femmes, The Church, and a bunch of bands I can't remember. I don't want to sound like a snob, but if the way of music is going the way of these bands, maybe it's time for me to do something else. No testosterone, no presence, no reason to be on stage, simpering, apologetic, wimpy musicians and their nowhere bland pop music. And then there was us. I think it's time to go do something else. Like rock out. See ya.